Welcome everyone, this is Quentin from Wicked Journey, and today we are back at Knott's Berry Farm for their Boysenberry Festival of 2023. We're here to use up the rest of my tasting cards. I have 2 tasting left, so I have to decide what I want to get. I know one of them is going to be a Boysenberry Margarita, and I'll go ahead and rate that. But let's see what kind of trouble we can get into at Knott's Berry Farm during the Boysenberry Festival of 2023. First entree of the day, this is the Jambalaya with shrimp, spicy sausage, or it could be the boysenberry sausage, and there's some chicken in here. Now I've had a version of this before and it was really good, so this can be at booth 1 here at the end of Boysenberry Lane, and I used the last of my 2 tastings for this, so here we go. There's someone with the sausage on there. Not bad. Sausage is good. I'm not really tasting the boysenberry. The sausage is slightly cool. Doesn't make a difference with me though. There's a bite here with the chicken. I don't know if you can see that. You know, this whole thing is good. Oh, I found the shrimp. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a shrimp right there. Take a bite. Okay, with this, I would think it would taste really good if it was fresh. It does taste good, but I think it could be better. Because some of the sausage is like a little bit cooled down. You can kind of taste it. The shrimp doesn't have that snap to it. So I know this has been sitting around. Granted, when you get like a buffet style type meal, you're gonna lose a little bit of quality. Does that mean that you shouldn't get this? By all means, no, you should get it. I still like this. This is really good. It has nice spices to it. Ghost Rider, you can feel the heat coming out, but it's not bad. It just adds to the flavor. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5 Qs. It's not Knott's fault. It's just, like I said, it's buffet style through the chapins, I guess they call it. Bad spot to film this. But when you let it cool down, you lose the flavor a little bit and the texture, but it's still good. Even though it got a 4 out of 5, I would still get this again. But I'd probably try to get here a little bit earlier so it can be more fresh instead of just sitting around. I think that's the only caveat of this, is if it sits around, the quality of it kind of goes down a little bit, but not enough where I wouldn't get it again. All right, guys, on to the next review. Up next, this is the Boysenberry Margarita, and you can get this here at the Boysenberry Lane booth, number 1. And I used my last tab on this one, but this one has the, I don't know if you can see it, it has the salted rim on it. Ghost Rider again. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip and see what it tastes like. Man, that's strong. I don't really taste the boysenberry in here. It tastes like a regular margarita, which isn't bad. But I'd like to taste a little bit of the boysenberry in it. I'm going to try tasting it again. I mean, it just tastes like a regular margarita. So I don't taste any of the boysenberry. It could be at the bottom. So let me see if I can stir it a little bit. Okay, I just stirred it, so we're going to try a taste of it. There it is. All the mix was settling at the bottom, so you have to stir it to get all the flavors to mix in there. So I'm gonna give this a 5 Qs out of 5. Now it took an effort to get that taste out of there, but that's because it settled down here at the bottom. So make sure you grab like a spoon or a knife or something and then stir it up a little bit and then take a drink. You don't necessarily drink a margarita with the straw. All right guys, on to the next review. Don't forget to go down Boysenberry Lane. See, and then you get to see where Whittles hangs out. And then you have booth 1 over here, which has the jambalaya and the margaritas. And I'm currently drinking one right now, which is actually, it's pretty good, but you still have to mix it when you get it. So right now, like earlier, man, this place was kind of packed, but now it's kind of lightened up a little bit. So, but yeah, don't forget to come down here because you have the Boysenberry plants here. Where you can get your plants at. Okay, and then get your food, and then there's other booths down here that you can buy some things from them. They do a really good job with the jewelry and some of the beef jerky and the chamoy. It's really nice. So don't forget about Boysenberry Lane, guys. I really like this glass right here. How much it is? It's $19. Boysenberry chicken margarita with the balsamic dressing on it. So this is at the Prop Shop Pizzeria, and you can use it on your meal plan. If you don't have a meal plan, it runs about $16 for the slice, but the slice is pretty big. I mean, you know, compared to my hand, it's pretty big. So we're gonna go ahead and try it, see what it tastes like. And this is fresh. I had to wait for it for about 5 minutes, maybe. So let's see what it tastes like, guys, as I lose half the cheese. You can taste the Boysenberry right off. This isn't too bad. You take another bite just to make sure. This isn't too bad. It has some flavor in it. You can taste the little bit of Boysenberry, a little bit of the balsamic dressing on there. Not too bad. And they also have like basil leaves on here. And I'm not sure of the cheese. Let me try the cheese since this fell off the pizza. Margarita. And actually with the bay leaf, it's not bay leaf, the basil leaf. It's really good. I'm gonna give this a 5 Qs out of 5. This is here at the Prop Shop. It's really good, very flavorful. And if you have the meal plan, I'd recommend that. So, off to the next review. Boy, that Boysenberry Margarita pizza with the balsamic drizzle was really good. It had like a sweet taste to it and also a tang to it from the balsamic drizzle. The only other thing that I have a gripe about, which I'm not going to deduct any points from, is there is seeds in the sauce. So be aware of that. If you have sensitive teeth, you may want to avoid that one because of the seeds. So, all right, guys. See what else we can find. All right, guys, up next we have the Boysenberry White Russian from the Charleston Circle. Runs about $18. It is alcoholic, so I'm kind of curious if I'm going to get mostly the Boysenberry flavor. Let's try it. Well, most of the Boysenberry's on the bottom. Let me try mixing it up here. Boysenberry is very good. Let me just take a sip without the straw. Hold on. Should have said no whipped cream. Whipped cream's good though. I'm trying to mix it to get the flavor out. I just taste the vodka on it. But let me stir it really good. And then I'm going to take a drink of it here with the straw. I recommend getting a straw, mix it really well, because you put the boysenberry on the bottom. So when you do that, it mixes it really nice. So you get like a hint of boysenberry, and then the white Russian comes in, and then you get that aftertaste of the vodka. Pretty strong on this one. So this is going to be a strong drink. But look at the size of the cup. This runs about $18 over at the Charlton Circle. I'm pretty sure you can use your tab on this. I ran out of tabs. I don't want to buy another tasting card. You know, that's another $60, and I don't know if I'm going to come back. But it's run me about $18, and it's not bad. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 Qs. You know, I'm going to change it. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. This is really good, and it's really strong. So be careful. And then if you don't like the taste of alcohol, this is not for you, because you can taste that vodka. It's very prominent in here. Okay. All right, on to the next review. This is the Boysenberry Key Lime Tart. You can also get this at the Charleston Circle. You should be able to use your tasting tab on it. If not, it runs about $8, and you can get a discount on it if you have a season pass. I'm going to go ahead and try it, see what it tastes like. Well, the crust is nice and soft. That's what it looks like. Oh, it's very nice. The key lime is very prominent in there. The crust is light and flaky, buttery, and then you get that hint of the boysenberry. Also, you'll notice in the boysenberry topping, it has seeds in it. So if you don't like the seeds, you may want to pass on this one, but this is actually pretty good. I think it's priced well at $8 plus the discount. And if you have a tab, you can use that. I'm going to give this a 5 Qs out of 5. This is really good. All right, guys, well, I'm going to sit around and enjoy this until the next one. It looks like the restaurant here is looking good. We're starting to do some building here. So slowly but surely, Fiesta Village is coming together. And then the old Fiesta dog. It looks like they're adding to some stuff, if you could see. We got some extension over here, and then over here they have it. So everything's looking up. I don't know if I can bring this out here, but that looks crazy. I understand this might be the way it's gonna go, or if they're gonna like repaint the whole thing, but I don't know, I kind of like it like this. This looks like, you know, something that you would find, you know, like a Discovery or something like that, instead of it looking all brand new. Okay, so apparently they only have like Fiesta Village partially open. You can only go from the Boardwalk all the way through to Camp Snoopy. There's no other way to, you know, go through Fiesta Village because they have it all blocked off. So It's only temporary, guys, but it's looking promising so far. Alright guys, that about does it for us today. I had a good time. It was kind of unplanned. All I just wanted to do was just use the rest of my 2 tabs off of my tasting card, and there were some good choices. Got the Jambalaya, which was really good. You'll see my review on that, or you saw it. And then the Boysenberry Margarita. But all in all, I had a good time. Saw Adrian. He's there at the information booth. If you see him there, ask him a bunch of questions. Try to stump him and see if he can't answer it. It's funny to watch. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, I'll take you to another wicked place. Good night, guys. They're getting robbed.